So we need to finish up. Sorry, the last one I had to stop it, so I'm going to continue this now. Oh, okay, I didn't remember where we left off. So what's really important here is when we set this triangle up, it says negative, this is -1, 2, square root of 3. We know our reference angle is 60. So the angle that pushes us into the second quadrant is 120. Now, the other thing you can do is you can do this on your calculator. There's going to be some calculators, some non-calculator. So what you need to do is push mode. First, make sure your calculator is in degree mode. So make sure degrees are highlighted. Then you go, get out of there, do cosine inverse, which is second cosine, -0.5, enter, and notice it says 120. Okay. Now, in radians, notice it wants it in degrees and radians. You could just convert it by multiplying by pi over 180, divide by 10, divide by 6, 2 pi over 3. Now, both of these are the second quadrant answer. Okay, and we're just going to worry about the second quadrant one because that's our restricted domain. All right, let's look at example 8 because example 8 takes us even further. Okay, so let me cover this up. You're going to need your calculator here. What's helpful for me, first of all, it says from 0 to 2 pi. And this is all going to be in radians because notice we have pi. So now go back to the mode on your calculator, change it to radians, hit enter, and get out of your mode, back to your home screen. So in order to solve for x, we need to get rid of sine. So we sine inverse both sides. So on your calculator, when you do sine inverse of 0.07, we get 0.775. All right. Now, let's think of the graph here. That was a positive answer, right? That was this angle right here in radian mode. Where else between 0 and 2 pi is sine positive at? All students right here. Now guess what? This is this angle. It's also the reference angle in the second. So if this angle here is 0.775 and this is pi, how would I find this angle? I'm going to take pi and subtract the reference angle to get 2.366. So there are two answers between 0 and 2 pi that make this true. So when you do this on your calculator, this gives you the reference angle. And remember, reference angles are always positive. All right, let's look at this last one. Tangent is -2. So I'm going to do tan inverse on my calculator of -2. And I get -1.10. Now let's think about why is this negative? When is tangent negative? The restricted domain goes this way. Tangent's in the fourth. Okay, that's why it's a negative value. And we'll talk more about this in a little bit. This says from -infinity to infinity. Well, I obviously can't write every single thing down. So I'm going to add pi k. So this is k is going to give me every single, I use pi because the period is pi, and k to give me every single answer between negative infinity and positive infinity. Okay, that's everything.